Hello and welcome to Boring Dad Gaming, where today we're going to be taking a look at Malys, which came out quite recently. This is a roguelike deck builder game where we play as a demon hunter, performing exorcisms and things like that. It sounds a little bit like Constantine, but in roguelike deck builder form, which sounds fun. I like Constantine. Why don't we start a new run? I haven't played before. You grasp in the darkness for your artifact. Okay, so as with some deck builders that we've seen, including things like Slay the Spire, you obviously get like a little artifact at the beginning. So we've got Obsidian Blade, core damage focused. This dark blade is weighty in your hand. Restore 10 will at the end of every exorcism. Now, I don't know what will is. Let's look what else we have. The Book of Holy Flame. Gain 1 glow per lit candle at the beginning of your turn. I don't know what glow or candles are. Start each exorcism with 5 toughen. Again, I don't know what that is, but I would say maybe that makes us a bit tankier, whether it's like a shield or better defense or something. I'm going to go with that. I think perhaps as we start out being a bit tougher as we go is probably a decent idea.
This is no ordinary city. No bustle of traffic, no lights, no music, no laughter. Eyes watch from the shadows. Things crawl in the darkness. The sound of heavy wings.
The night begins. It was an angel, an actual celestial being who I'd met on more than one occasion. Perhaps they were even my guardian angel. It would certainly account for this particular celestial's strange interest in me, despite the fact they didn't do much guarding. More watching and mocking, really. Oh, I sighed, wasn't expecting to see you here. They didn't respond to my annoyance, instead they grinned mischievously. I've been awaiting your arrival, they announced, and then declined to say why or for what reason. It made me feel uneasy. More watching and more mockery to come, apparently. I don't suppose you'll tell me your name this time, I asked. As I've told you before, I've had a multitude of names. A smirk played on the edges of their mouth. Would you like me to recount them all for you? I sighed. Angel it is, then. Angel chuckled high and light. You've come so far already tonight, and yet you've so much further to go before the sun rises. Further than you realize. Typical enigmatic holier-than-thou bullshit. It didn't help that angels were, in fact, holier than thou. You gonna help me then for once? But I've already helped you, Noah. Then they paused, making a show of mock surprise at my scowl. Oh, I'm sorry. Do you yet prefer Father Noah? Not for a long time, no. I was curious what they meant by already helping me. Celestials were masters at not telling you the whole truth. But it wasn't in their nature to outright lie. Instead, they'd laugh at your efforts to piece together the half-truths. So asking what they meant by that was going to get me nowhere. Just tell me where he is, that's all the help I need. Angels stared at me a moment, cocking their head like a bird. Then without a word, they lifted their hand and pointed. Out into the city. Ahead. Into the darkness. Thanks for nothing, I growled under my breath. I expect no thanks for what I do, they said, completely serious, perhaps for the first time. Then they spread their angelic wings wide, and with an effortless leap they were off into the black sky and gone. I didn't bother to wait and see if they would return, and with that I rode on. My hunt had begun. Okay, bit of story there. Hopefully we learn a bit more about all of that. So this is us. Let's see, the key, according to the key, these are all lesser demons. I'm just trying to see. Oh, okay, if I hold right button down, I can move up a wee bit. Question marks are unknown, as you'd expect. We also have healing, these things. We have Gideon cards, okay. We have greater demons, okay. This one is curios. Okay, I guess these are like maybe merchants. I don't know if we gain currency or if we just get given a choice of things. And then we have a boss, which is pretty cool. Let's see. So this is my... Oh, here we go. So it explains here what toughen is. Gain 1 additional ward per stack when any ward is gained. I would imagine that's a shield, effectively. Which is pretty good. I wonder if the 5 stacks decrease either all at once or over 5 turns. Have a look at our deck quickly. I mean, we're going to see this stuff in action, but we have Compel, deal 6 damage. Oh, is that... Oh, okay. Then we have ward, apply 6 ward, blocks incoming damage by 1 per ward, removed at the start of your turn. Okay, yeah, so we'll be getting 5 extra at least at the beginning of these. Faith restored, apply 13 ward. When burnt, reduce cost by 1. Cost resets when played. Not sure about that. Not quite sure what those mean. Yeah, it doesn't sort of explain what burnt and stuff means. Apply 1 fortify each time ward is added to no other's turn. Fortify retains ward for 1 turn per stack. Oh, that's pretty good. Okay, and that's our starting deck, basically. There we go. Faith, not sure what that is. Could be... Oh no, I expect this is kind of our HP, so I'm not quite sure what the faith is. But anyway, let's close the legend quickly. So... Yeah, I mean, there is healing there, but it's after a big... There's 3 big fights on that track, which might be a bit too many. Whereas if I kind of go up a bit more this way, maybe up this way we can get an unknown, get some card stuff going on, and then by this time we can choose kind of whether we want to take on big fights or avoid them. So, yeah, let's go with this. Like I said, I've not played before, so I'm kind of learning as I go. No prayers. I stood before the small church, noting that it didn't give any sense of peace. I usually found that even a run-down and meagre place of worship still retained a bit of the hope that those within brought to it. But this was a church stripped of hope, worn down to its tired timbers, with the weak infernal spirit still gnawing away at its bones. I could sense it nesting inside like a parasite. Steeling myself, I walked through the door. Inside, I saw a single priest standing at the front of the pews. His eyes were wide with fear, but the demon presence wasn't from him. Instead, I saw what he was afraid of, or rather who. An older man, wizened and grey, seated alone in the pews and shaking with fury. Both his gnarled hands were curled around the top of the bench in front of him, his nails bloody as they gouged the woods. "Get out! Get out!" he screamed at me, but I knew it was the demon within talking. It would pay for violating this holy place. Gullet demon. Okay, so we've got to read this stuff. We've encountered a lesser demon. Deal damage to break the demon's will and exorcise it from the host. Be careful to keep your ward up if the demon looks like it will attack. Study the demon's intent to get an idea of its next action. Okay. Selecting cards. In order to play cards, you need to light candles. Ignite 1 candle by burning a card. Okay. Start by selecting a card from your hand. Okay, so I see. This is... We're going to be hit for 6 by the look of it. We have this 5 toughen. This is his HP. Okay, this is the old man. Okay, so I guess how this works is we choose what we want to play, and he's going to hit us for 6. So I think I want to play an arcane shield. I don't want to burn this though. What was this one? Apply 13 ward. When burnt, reduce cost by 1. So we probably want to burn this then. So if I click on this, target the burn area to the lower right. Yeah. So we're kind of fueling up our other powers, right? So I get a burn for that, but it should reduce the cost of that card when it comes back. So I can now play a card that cost 1. I mean, I could use... Yeah, I can't use that yet. I think I could probably afford to burn at least one of these cards. I might burn both. Because then I'm going to play Burn the Incense, so we could actually keep our shield. And then if I apply the 11 ward to myself now... He's going to hit for 6, but I should retain 5 of that, right? And I can't play that. We'll keep it. Okay, we lose it anyway. So, some roguelikes you actually keep your hand between turns, but obviously not here. It's good to know. Okay, so I would like to... No, that wasn't the one I wanted to play. I didn't actually get the other one I wanted to play. Now the demon is going to perform a special action. So this is probably a chance for us to get some attacks in. We can do 1, 2... I probably don't need to worry about that, so I might actually burn that. It looks like I've kept my 5 toughen, which is nice. But we're gonna do 6 damage.
So lost in shame and despair, hear my voice. not to the dark whispers. Believe you are cherished.
I guess... I mean, I'm going to lose the cards anyway, so, like, I might as well play them, right? Okay, so it's done. This is a special attack. Haunting Chorus. Take 5 damage if this card is burnt. Once played or burnt, card is destroyed. If played, it does nothing. So I've got to charge up 3 to play it and not take the 5 damage. What in the meantime, what's it doing? It's going to do another special action. Which means I don't have to shield up. Tempted to burn that. Oh, okay. I was thinking maybe we get the value of that when burned, but actually it seems to be 1 per card. Okay, well let's burn the rest of these shields. We'll just play that to get rid. I guess we'll burn that. And we'll hit it for 6.
Deny it. Refuse it. Reject it. Hear my voice.
Okay, so it's done that again, but I think we can probably kill it now, right? So... yeah, it's going to hit for 6, but that's not really an issue. We're going to burn our shield cards. And we'll play a couple of attacks. And that should be it. There we go. Cool. 18 Faith. Faith is a currency that will help you along your path. Make sure to visit shops along the way and spend your faith wisely. Cool. Alright, let's choose a card. So it seems like we draw 6 cards a turn, so that's quite generous really in terms of the hand we have each time. Deal 3 light. When dealt to player, allies or host, restores will. So it's a healing card. When dealt to an enemy... oh, well, it's healing all damage if you target an enemy. If 4 or more cancel it, also gain 40 ward and extinguish all candles. I mean, that seems pretty good. I don't know how we get more candles. I think I've only got 3 unless I can keep doing it, but it seemed like 3 was the current maximum. That seems like a pretty good block. For each stack of glow. Now, do I know what glow is now? No, this one isn't explaining it. For each stack of glow on Noah, deal 3 damage to the demon. Remove all stacks of glow. That's obviously some mechanic that we haven't sort of seen yet, this glow. So I'm loath to take that one, because I don't know what it is. I'm loath to take this one, because I don't know if we're going to get to the point of having 4 candles or more, or if I can do that now. So I think I'm going to take this one, which is a decent block card by the look of it. Right, well we have an unknown destination now. I believe in you. I stopped for gas at a run-down station on the corner of a busy street, one of the few that appeared to still be operating. Indeed, the clerk inside the convenience store stared at me in surprise when I asked him to unlock one of the pumps. I had to repeat myself several times before he finally pressed the proper switch, although not before deliberating over which one it actually was. I'd only seen a few cars on the road here and there, so it wasn't much of a surprise. It did make me wonder, however, where were they all? How long had it been like this? I went back out to my motorcycle trying to puzzle it out. As I stood in the blustery wind watching the fuel pump meters slowly chime as it rose, a woman approached me from the shadows. She was shivering in her leather jacket, I saw, but seemed determined, like she was on a mission. I had no idea whether that would be a good or bad thing, however, so I remained wary. "You're the priest?" she asked hesitantly by way of a greeting. "I used to be," I replied. "Do we know each other?" "I have a friend. You helped her. You drove the demon out of her." She stopped and shook her head, her expression bewildered. "It's wild to even say that out loud, like, demons aren't supposed to be real." I nodded. "I've been doing that for years, and I still feel that way." "I can't deny the evidence. I saw it with my own eyes." She shook her head. "Why doesn't everyone know about this?" "Because they don't want to know." We spoke for over an hour there in the parking lot. She told me her name, Giselle, and that she couldn't go back to her old life, knowing what she knows now. But what other choice did she have? I told her she could always help me if she wanted to. Exorcisms were difficult and dangerous, but the burden could be shared, but only by those who truly believed. "I do believe," Giselle avowed. "I believe in you. I'd be happy to help if you'd let me." And just like that, I had a new follower, one determined not to turn a blind eye to what she now couldn't unsee. Ah, cool. Choose a card or choose a card. Hard to say. Okay. If Noah has 10 or more ward at the beginning of the demon's turn, a Apply 1 toughen to Noah. Consume. Cards can be played once per exorcism. So let's pop out of that. Oh, and what's my second choice? Stand firm. Apply Fortify to yourself and allies. Well, I got a card that does that. I'll take the Believer card. Yeah. Right, got another exorcism. It's a very stylish game. You know, the aesthetic and everything is pretty cool. I entered what appeared to be an office, like so many others in this barren city, full of cubicles and empty desks. Only some of the lights were on. The office was closed, and yet the door had been wide open. And I could sense the infernal within, something weak and feeble, yet it pulled at me even so. I needed to find it quickly. I didn't. It took me over an hour looking around everywhere. The desks were empty, the break room was empty, the adjoining offices were empty. It was quiet, except when I was near the supply closet, I heard a faint sound. Giggling? Sure enough, I opened the door to find a man hidden behind the boxes and supplies inside, curled up into a fetal position and giggling madly. The demon was within, clutching tightly at its control with its limited strength. I didn't need to reveal its name. I knew this would not take long. Pride comes before a fall. Okay, what have we got? So it's going to debuff me. What have I got here? Well, we've got the shields, so they seem a bit not necessary. That seems a bit unnecessary. I mean, I just think I mean, I can't protect myself from the debuff, so I'm tempted just... I don't think... Do the candles last between turns? The answer is, I don't know. So let's do that. I'm gonna attack. I guess I play this card. I don't think there's any reason not to. I mean, we'll lose the shield, but like, what else am I gonna do? I'm gonna burn this too. I want to see if candles persist between turns. I'm assuming they don't, but I guess we could see. Okay, what did he do? What did he do to me? I'm damp. I cannot light candles. The candle did stay though. That's interesting. Burn a card to remove 1 stack of damp. I actually have 2 stacks of that. Doubt. We've got this thing again as well. Causes 30% of targeted attacks to miss. On a card with multiple attacks, Doubt treats each individually, removing a stack at end of turn. But that sucks. It's going to hit me for 12, which isn't awesome. Right. I think I'm going to burn this. 5 damage? Yeah, let's just take it. I've got other stuff I want to do here. We may not attack. I guess we'll see how that goes. I'd like to get to 10 or more of this, so I think I have to play this one. Let's burn an attack. So I'm going to apply the shield. It's given us 13, so we actually could play... Well, actually, I can't play her. I'm not going to have enough. I've got enough to avoid the attack. I think if I was going to play that, it should have been first. I'm tempted to burn both of them, because I can't keep that one, I don't think. It'll come back. We haven't discarded it. Well, we've discarded it, but we haven't destroyed it. And we'll hit for 6. And we'll soak his damage. Right, what we got? We actually got it back. That's awesome. I don't have the damp anymore, so that's good. He is going to shield up, actually. So I would quite like to attack him. I think what I'm going to do is that. I'm going to play... I would like to play her, but... Yeah, I'd like to see the effect of this card. I don't.
I'm here. I'm with you.
So she's here. Okay, she actually has her own health bar, and she's going to do this effect every time that happens. I can't. I could actually get that 10 ward. It'll mean not attacking. Do I attack or do I shield? I don't need to shield. I would just do it because of that. So actually I think I might burn... Ooh, I could apply it to her. I don't think it's necessary. And we'll put the damage in before he shields up. I think that's probably a better bet. Okay, so we're going to have to burn through that, but it presumably will lose that. He's going to debuff us again. Presumably that only lasts a turn, so we might just want to do what we can, like not attacking, because I'd have to attack so many times to get through that. I could put some, maybe I could put some ward on and then just like keep it. Yeah. I'm thinking maybe we burn these 4 things. I'm going to put this on. And I'm going to play this... Oh, it's going to play 20 ward. Okay, that's pretty good. Like, the ward's not important, but because I've got that fortify, I think it should retain itself. That's my hope. Okay, so he's dampened me up again. But he's attacking for 12, but I have the 20 shield. I kept that. He's targeting me, so we don't need to worry too much about shielding our believer. One... I guess I'd like to do 2 attacks.
You have redeemed at great price from the tyranny of evil.
I don't need to worry about shields, as we know, so I guess I'll burn the shields. Remove the damp. Yes, play that. It's down to 1 health. Should be able to manage that, okay. Right, well he's only got 1 health, so burn that. There we go. Didn't actually miss any of those attacks, which is quite cool. Got some fate. Choose a card. Okay, this one actually explains what that glow means. So, apply 3 glow, which means deal 1 light, which remember heals us, but also damages enemies. Glow deals 1 light per stack of glow and removes a stack at the end of owner's turn. Okay. When ashed, this card has been burned. A card that is ashed cannot be burned again this turn. Ashed is removed at the end of a turn. Okay, apply 4 glow. Okay, so you burn this, you get 4 glow. Miracle. If card is added to hand after the beginning of a turn, it's free to play. Okay. This sounds quite interesting. I think maybe we should get into this glow mechanic. Otherwise, I've got gain 12 ward, draw a card, and add volatile to it. For the remainder of Exorcism, take 5 damage if it's burned. I don't like that so much. I feel like I need more attack cards. Like, I don't feel like I've got very many. Each coin a soul. This turn card costs 1 less. Next turn cards cost 1 more. Don't like it. Let's go with the holy water. Let's, the fact that we can apply 4 glow by burning it seems really good. Yeah, we'll see how that plays out. Right, so we've got a card shop now, which I think I'll probably pop into. Or should I do a fight first and then do this card shop? I think I might do that. And then we've got a bit more to spend at the shop. Last one standing. The bar was closed. The sign on its door clearly said so, yet the lights were on within and the door was wide open. Yet I heard nothing. No music, no sound of chatting customers, and I could feel the faint presence of an infernal spirit. Not a strong one, but one which had claimed its nest inside a mortal host, and held on with whatever power it could muster. I knew it feared me, and it was right to. I went inside and saw only 2 others within. a bartender and an elderly woman seated at the bar. The bartender was stiff with terror. He glanced at me with wide eyes, making a motion that said I should turn and go while I could. The woman had an array of empty shot glasses in front of her, some piled neatly, some overturned. The smell of whiskey was everywhere, and she growled with feral rage the moment she noticed my presence. The demon was within her. It wasn't even strong enough to hide its name. I prepared for the battle to come. Okay. Spelliarmus, Angler Demon. Okay, so this guy is a bit of a tank. So he's got Fortify, retains ward for 4 turns, removes a stack at start of turn. So basically he's gonna hit us while armoring up for these 4 turns. So well, we're gonna want to shield up, which I'd like to play the Believer if I can. I'm gonna burn the attacks first. I feel like I should burn the holy water. I don't need the heal. Well, you know what I do? I could use the heal right now. So okay, so let's apply this. What happened? Did I get glow? I don't think I got glow. I don't. Okay. Ashed. When ashed, instead apply 4 glow. Okay, I haven't understood that mechanic then. But that's fine, I guess. I think what we do, we're going to apply the Believer. We're going to burn an arcane shield, but we're going to play one, which will give us 11 shield, which completely covers the attack, and also is going to give us a toughen. Okay, he's going to apply a debuff to me. Lost a stack of that Fortify. So what do we got here? Apply 19 ward. Probably don't need to do that, but it might be good to get another toughen if we can. Or I could just... yeah, tell you what, let's burn it, and then that'll be cheaper next time it comes up. I still don't think there's a lot of point attacking while he's got this big shield up, so let's just burn that. You know what, I'm going to take this. I'm going to burn both those and add that, I think. So that's gonna remain. We're gonna get the extra toughen, so that's all good. We're stacking that. That seems good. Okay, so he's only hitting us for 1, interestingly. I wonder why. Take 50% more damage. Removes a stack at the end of owner's turn. Well, he's only hitting us for 1. Okay. So these are basic cards apart from this one. Apply 19 wards and 2 toughen. Well, I think we should try and do that this time. I mean, I've got the ward up, so I haven't got the thing that's gonna keep that permanently, have I? So let's burn the shields. Let's apply the 10 more. I've got 35 now. Yeah, I think we hit it. Oh, why was that 9 damage and now it's only 6? I don't know. I'll hit him though. I think we're gonna have to get through the shield eventually, I think. He might even apply more, which should be a bit rough. So we're gonna lose our shield. He's got 1 more turn of his. He's gonna... he's shielding up again, which is gonna suck a bit. Okay. I think I'm gonna play the Holy Water this time. I wonder if that Ash thing... I wonder if there's a mechanic where you burn a card, but then play a card to resurrect a card from the discard pile, and that's when this activates. But I haven't obviously got that card yet, have I? So Not really important to attack. Well, no, not really. One fortify. I think I'll definitely burn that one, because we'll get it even cheaper next time. I don't need the fortify, so I will burn that. And we're going to play the holy water this time. Light restores the will of allies and damages at enemies. Okay. And we can obviously burn the shield. I guess we'll burn one of the attacks, and we'll play one.
As wax melts before the fire, so the wicked shall perish at the presence of faith.
Still haven't done any actual damage to this guy. Ah, yeah, okay. Instead of damage over time, that's healing over time. That's nice. Okay, cool. What's he doing? He's going to shield up. Oh. This sucks, because I don't have enough attack cards to keep doing this. Well, I say that, but... Okay, we can burn all our shield, because we don't need to do that this time. I'm going to play that to get the extra toughen, so when we do shield up, we'll get a big load of it. And I guess we'll burn the extra shield and I'll hit twice, even though it's not really doing anything. But he's going to shield up again, so... What's this now? Dealing 2 additional damage and he's going to debuff us. Right. I might put the holy water on him now. That might be good. We don't need the healing, so... He's not attacking me, so I don't need the fortify. I mean, I could just get this for free, presumably, the next time. Oh, no, hang on. We can burn the shield. I'm going to play the holy water on him. So at least he'll take... I'm hoping it comes off his HP. And then I guess I do that and smack him.
My shield and faith is my sword. I cast light upon the darkness.
I think that glow damage came off his shield. We're learning stuff. And we still need to get that shield off. He's hitting me for 5 this time, which obviously isn't that worrying. I kind of like to attack him twice. I can burn that. That's overkill. I can play one of these cheaper cards. I only need to play one. Let's burn the rest. 21. And I can play both attacks. Oh. Why is that doing 9 now? I'm not clear on that unless it's to do with this glow stuff. I'm not exactly sure. The holy water again. It seems good. I think we're going to keep stacking that damage over time on him. He's going to shield up, so I still don't need this. So let's just keep burning it. Don't need to shield. Not going to shield. I play holy water on the demon again. Goes up to 4 per turn. If you can keep stacking it over and over, it seems like it's going to build up quite nicely. And I guess we'll do that and hit him. Okay. I like that holy water. I like the flexibility of it, being able to either heal yourself or do damage over time to the enemy. Seems pretty good. He's going to shield up again, so I think it's quite simply a case of chuck all the shields, use all the attacks.
This is the hour of our need. This is the hour of our dread.
Okay, so he's debuffing, so again, he's not doing an awful lot of damage to me, is the weird thing about this. So I don't need shields. That. We're going to play the holy water again, which is going to go damage over time. I think what I'm going to do is burn that. I'll play this, so I'll get an extra toughen off the believer. Okay, so 10. Actually got 10 damage over time stacked on him already. He is going to hit for 24. Can I kill him before then? I can. Because of my 3... Yeah, my attacks are actually doing pretty good damage as well, so...
Rise as one and cast into hear our call. Come to our aid and drive out the evil lords. It is done.
There we go. Oh, it went pretty well. It went pretty well. The damage over... The glow thing seems quite good. I might try and move down a sort of glow-based build if at all possible. Ah, like the light. Deal 3 light. When dealt to a player heals... When dealt an enemy deals damage. So this one isn't glow. So this isn't the damage over time, but it does the same thing with the light damage. For 1 cost, I mean, it's only 3, but, you know, that 3 healing could be good. This one's in green, though, so what's this? Gain 1 fortify and 1 toughen. That's actually pretty good. Gain 9 ward and move the last card played or discarded to the top of your draw pile. I don't think that would work with the Ash thing, because we just would draw the card next turn. Be good, though, to... I mean, you know, you couldn't guarantee it would happen in the same turn, but potentially good for playing that Holy Water again and again. Yeah. Yeah, we'll see if we can make that work. Which might even happen at the card shop now. The mansion. I found myself at the door of a mansion, a luxurious and sprawling place that was entirely at odds with the dilapidated buildings I'd seen everywhere else in the city. It occurred to me to wonder what exactly I was doing there, who I expected to find within. Curiosity prompted me to reach towards the delicately wrought doorbell, but before I'd even pressed it, the door opened. An elderly servant stood on the other side, regarding me impassively. "The master awaits you within," he said, and stood aside. That was it. No mention of who this master was, what he wanted, or how he knew I was coming. What else could I do? I went in. The inside of the mansion was just as luxurious as the exterior, but cold and still, like a museum. I was ushered into what I assumed to be a sitting room, and I didn't have to wait long for the master to make his appearance. Suddenly, he was standing before me, as if he'd been there all along. A seemingly young man in a snappy suit, pale locks falling across the most chilling, hungriest eyes I'd ever seen. The moment they bore into me, the faintest flicker of a smile dancing across the man's cruel lips, I knew exactly what he was. "You're a demon," I growled, quickly reaching into my pack for a weapon. He watched me with an air of amusement and no alarm whatsoever. "Yes, and you are an exorcist." His voice had a faint and unearthly timbre, sending an instant shiver up my spine. I paused, waiting to see what he'd do before I attacked, and he nodded as if this pleased him. "I'm often called the Collector," he said, "but you may call me Gideon whenever you visit. And what makes you think I'd visit to anything other than banish you from this earth?" "Because you aren't hunting me, Exorcist. You're hunting Malys." "How do you know that?" I demanded. "I make it my business to know all who come to this city, why they're here, what they desire." Gideon said the last word with relish, and then sat on a nearby chair. He did so languidly, assuming an air of comfort that ignored the fact that he was an infernal creature, and thus my enemy. "I trade in souls, you see." He gestured at the odd array of cards that lined the inside of his oversized coat. "Do you like?" "I don't, and you won't have my soul, demon." A slight raise of an eyebrow and a smirk said, "We'll see," without him uttering a word. "Nevertheless, we can do business, you and I." "And why would I do business with you?" "For the greater good, of course. You want Malys, and I'm happy to assist. For a price." I stood there, not even bothering to ask. "Faith," he clarified. "In return, I'll happily deal with you for items in my collection. Items you cannot live without. Quite literally." His slow smile was that of a shark's. Thus begins any good business relationship. Wouldn't you agree? I didn't want to, but I had to admit that he had a point. It made me uneasy. I didn't stay long. I wasn't as certain as Gideon was that I'd ever be back. Alright. Card shop time. Can we do both? Because removing certainly the well, I was going to say removing the basic block cards would be good, and it potentially is, but they do you do burn even like the useless cards. You burn them to power the other cards, don't you? So let's buy a card first. See what this looks like. Enkidu's Shield. Apply 13 ward. Apply 2 Oath. Now Oath's new. Oath. Damage dealt is evenly split across allied units, excepting the host. Damage dealt is evenly split. Oh, okay, I see. I get it. Removes us. I don't know. Yeah. Well, I don't really want to attack my allied units if at all possible. Recite the passages. Now this is another green card, so an uncommon. You also have a rare in a sec. Apply 1 wrath. Deal 1 additional damage per stack. Deal a damage to all enemies. Seems pretty good. I see. Does that wrath stay? I hope it does. Heaven's Favour, though. Upgrade the next card burned for the remainder of the exorcism. Consume. I mean, I'm thinking about comboing that with the Holy Water. But I'd have to burn the Holy Water? Yeah. I guess you could do that the first time round. Again, we're kind of... yeah, we're going to rely on RNG to sort of get those cards at the same time, aren't we? I kind of like this. Just dealing more damage with each attack. Seems good. For 2 cost, but it's something we can play when we're not being directly attacked as well, which is quite welcome. We'll get that. So let's back out. Now remove a card. Ah, that costs 60, so that's quite expensive. I probably would have, because I've got 4 of these Arcane Shield cards, I probably would remove one of those now. Like applying the ward doesn't seem like something that's particularly hard to do, at least so far. Guess we leave. So we got an unknown. We actually could do 2 unknowns. We could maybe do the greater demon to kind of see how different that is. Now that's a curio shop. Healing and then the boss. I wouldn't mind going to the curio shop with a bit of cash. Let's see what we get from this unknown destination first. Surprise me. I walked into a bar called the Soggy Scrapple. A waitress stood at the counter looking straight out of a roadside diner like you'd see on television. "Take a seat, hon," she called over after spotting me. "I'll be right with you." I looked around. I was the only one in the place, so I picked a spot by the window so I could watch the world go by without me in it for at least a few minutes. The menu in this place was strange. Funeral potatoes, ambrosia salad, something called a garbage plate. "What'll you have?" she asked, appearing by my table almost out of nowhere. Her name tag said Addie. "What do you recommend?" I asked. "Depends what you're in the mood for, hon," Addie said. "Everything here is better than what you think it is. Guaranteed to lift your spirits. Something you look like you might need, if you don't mind me saying as much." And she was right. I could use a pick-me-up after the night I was having. "Surprise me," I said. "Sure thing, hon. I'll take good care of you. Be back in 7 minutes on the nose." There wasn't a hint of sass or flirtation in this woman's voice, so different from the stereotype I'd initially taken her for. Just earnest charm. I especially liked how she called me hun. It made me feel protected, almost like a kid, even though I was absolutely her senior. After what I realized was exactly 7 minutes, she returned with a massive plate and set it down in front of me. "Looks good," I said, and meant it. Addie had brought me a piping hot cup of savoury pudding. Ooh, no idea what that is. There was half a boiled egg on top, perfectly jammy. The contents underneath smelled strongly of mace and cardamom. "Fluffy mackerel pudding," Addie said with a grin. "Sounds gross, I know, but this fish-loving delicacy has more vitamins than a well-stocked druggist, and it tastes a lot better, too." Feeling of bravery washed over me. Addie could never steer me wrong. It tasted like confidence. Okay. Oh, it's quite a nice lot of... Well, I don't need the will, so we'll take a whack of faith, please. Which is actually good. I might tell you what, I might avoid the big demon fight, because I'm kind of thinking... Like, we just made quite a lot of faith out of just that fight. Good Samaritan. 1 minute I was riding my motorcycle down a side road. No traffic. Barely any pedestrians in sight. Just the glare of a street lamp. A little typo there. And the wind in my face. Then something dashed down in front of the bike. I only caught the briefest glimpse of their startled face in my headlight as instinct took over and I swerved to avoid them. The bike slid, my head slammed hard against the pavement, and that's the last thing I remember. I don't know how much time passed when I finally started to regain consciousness. I realised I was sitting against the brick wall. My bike was nearby on its side, but still in reasonable shape. Something was wrapped around my head, and when I reached up to feel it, I realised it was a bandage. "You're lucky," said a voice nearby. I turned and saw a woman kneeling down next to me. She was rummaging through a kit, and I noticed that under her jacket was a nurse's uniform. "You could have hurt yourself a lot worse with a tumble like that. You really should wear a helmet."
Who are you?
I asked, or tried to, as the pain in my head suddenly became a blaze of white heat. She smiled patiently. "Name's April. I was on my way to work when I saw you crash." She had the air of someone so exhausted she could barely continue, and yet who battled on nevertheless. "A few bruises and a solid bump on the noggin. Like I said, lucky." We chatted for a while as I sat there, partly because I think she wanted to make sure I still had my faculties. Yet she also seemed glad for the break and wasn't eager to get to the hospital. "It's always a horror show at night," she confessed. "You're a good excuse to be late." She dug around in her bag, coming up with a variety of medications I could take to ease the pounding headache I was undoubtedly about to suffer.
Oh, this is too much, I said. You really don't have to do this.
Yeah, I do.
April gave me a serious look.
In this city, it's way too easy to overlook the people who are in pain. Just keep your head low, keep on walking. I can't live like that.
You're a good person,
I said, and I meant it. She chuckled, brushing off the compliment.
I don't know why, but I have the feeling you go more out of your way to help people than I ever will.
And with that, she collected her things and was off, presumably to her job at the hospital. The drugs were as helpful as she'd intended, but I think what lifted my spirits more was encountering such effortless kindness in such a dark city. Wow, more faith. Cool. Okay, so we have a fight and then the curio shop, I think, don't we? Let's do that. I pulled my motorcycle over, unsure if this was the right spot. After a few minutes, I'd almost decided I'd gotten it wrong and moved on, but then she appeared as promised. Right? I don't know what that relates to. The young woman was nervous, almost as afraid of me as what had been haunting her, almost. The note had only said she was desperate and that she needed an exorcist, so I'd come.
It's all right, I told her. I can help.
Yeah?
She looked me up and down, her eyes filled with suspicion.
They said you were some kind of priest, but I don't think I've ever seen a priest like you.
I haven't been a priest for a long time. I shrugged. Does it matter?
Matters to me, it matters to my husband. What matters is the exorcism. It needs to happen now before it's too late.
I was pleased to see my resolute words hit home. It wasn't long before she led me to her home, and there the real battle began. Effigy. Got a lot of health. He's hitting me for 16. Obviously quite a lot. I'd like to get the believer out, I think. 16. So okay, well, let's start by burning that, because I won't have the 3 to play that. I'm going to burn my attacks. I don't think I'll be able to afford that either. Let's burn a shield. I want to play the believer.
Right, we got this.
Guess I've got to burn that. And then we'll play the shield, which will give us 11. Not enough to block all his attack, but it will give us another toughen. Wow, he's hitting... Okay, he's attacking again pretty hard. That could be the one to go for here. Also have the holy water. So if I was to play that, I could burn both shields and play that. And then I haven't got enough to then play the holy water as well. Well, let's start off by doing what we said. Okay, so we're not quite blocking the attack, but most of it. I guess I'll burn this now. Burn that too, and then we'll hit him a bit.
Oh, wicked serpent! Oh, deceiver of innocence!
Okay, it's hitting for 19 again. Is he just gonna just lay into us every time? I mean, I almost don't mind that because we can do a lot of ward. Okay, so this isn't gonna. I can combo those, I think. So for 3. So let's do. So if I do that, I'm going to get 18 ward. That's quite good. So I think I can afford to burn the arcane Ashier. So I can do this now. So let's do that. And I'm going to burn an attack. I'm going to play... Oh no, I did that wrong. Oh no, it says last card played or discarded. Oh. So actually I think that's not going to be great. It does give me the ward though. Can I look at my draw pile? Yeah, I don't think it's done what I wanted it to do because I had to power up the. Okay, yeah, I could have planned that better. We'll do better next time. Do I want to shield or attack? I think I want to attack. I can take another damage to the face, I think.
Is my sword. I cast light upon the darkness.
Again, we're stacking those toughens, so that should be okay. He's doing something different this time. What's he doing? Buff. He's going to buff himself. Okay. Could be a good time to holy water. I can't wrath and holy water is the only thing. So I could holy water and hit him.
Release your hold and tremble before the righteous.
Maybe could I holy water myself? I'm not too worried about losing the 9 health so far. Yeah, what's he giving him? He's given himself 2 wrath. That's our glow. He's going to debuff us both? Okay. Well, I think I can afford to burn that again. 4 arcane shield, okay. It's kind of meaningless at this point. Well, I take that back. We can get another toughen out of it. So let's do that. Which has achieved that. I'll burn another one so we got those candles ready for next time. Okay, so this is... Okay, so he's going to make us kind of miss our attacks again. He's hitting pretty hard. I actually think I'm going to do this. Gives us 21, so again we're only taking 1 damage. I don't mind that too much. I don't think we need that, so I might burn that one. Do I burn it or do I try and play it? I can't play it. I can play the holy water. And that doesn't... Yeah, that's not going to happen. I'm still going to stick it on him. I mean, especially if we might accidentally miss our attacks, so I think maybe it makes sense to get the damage over time proccing. He took 9 damage then. Why is that? I was expecting him to take 4. I mean, I don't mind. I'm just not quite sure why. Gonna buff himself again. Tend to do the holy water again. Don't need to fortify, I don't need to shield. Let's holy water again. I could have healed myself. We're coming up to a heal node fairly soon anyway, though. I could do the wrath. That might not be a bad one to invest in at this point. God, he's taking loads of damage. I think he might actually be dead next turn, just off our holy water. He's going to debuff us as well, so we're not actually going to take damage. I haven't got the stuff to heal with. I mean, I think honestly...
I beseech you to deliver us from this infernal spirit, this thing of wickedness.
I think we should end turn. I think he's dead, isn't he?
Your evil festers no more.
Summon the Spectre. Consume. Whenever a demon or minion takes 3 or more damage from Silvered, applies a vulnerable. I don't know what Silvered is. We could get another holy water. Light in the darkness. Deal 3 light. If 4 or... Yeah, I still don't understand the 4 or more candles thing. I feel like... I don't get it. I'm going to take another holy water. Okay, maybe a damage over time type build. So we've actually got quite a bit of faith to take into the curio shop then. The nightclub. The nightclub is the kind of dimly lit, smoky place one would find the worst of humanity. You could hear their low whispering, seated in the shadows just out of sight, voices barely carrying over the music. And the music itself, I was expecting jazz, something deep and swank to pair nicely with the tang of cigarettes and alcohol, but this had a strangely alien feel to it. Sonorous, crawling along the skin, seeping into your soul. I couldn't identify where it was coming from, only that it had the ability to either keep you out or invite you inside. It must have invited me, for I suddenly realized I couldn't recall coming inside. I was simply here. I looked for a place to sit. Maybe there was an act to listen to, I figured, or a proprietor with an eye for the odd or unusual arrival. I'd barely sat down when I learned that it was the latter. A woman emerged from the recesses of the club, sauntered over to my table with a glint in her eye that spoke of mischief. She had dark skin and a darker dress, as well as a warmth to her, an aura that made her feel more vivid than almost anyone else I'd encountered in the city so far. I was instantly mesmerized. "You're new here," she said with a grin, taking a long and casual drag from her cigarette holder. "That doesn't sound like a question." Her grin widened. "It's not." She could tell I was sizing her up warily, and while I thought she was delighting in the attention, I slowly realized she was sizing me up right back. "The name's Lydia. This is my place, and you're... you're out of your depth, stranger." I was about to protest that I'd been invited, that I felt invited, but she waved an elegant hand to cut me off. "In the city," she chuckled, "not in the club. Here, you're welcome." "Ah, then my name is Noah." "Noah." Lydia seemed to almost taste the name, rolled it around in her mouth as if it held a fascination all on its own. She took another long drag, her eyes sharpening as she continued her appraisal. There was a power in them, I realized. I could feel a hint of the arcane that clung to her, strong and eldritch. This woman was much, much more than she seemed. "I can help you, Noah." It felt as if she'd come to some kind of decision. "In fact, we can help each other if you're willing. One can never be too careful in a city such as this, after all." "What kind of help do you need exactly?" I asked, my suspicions growing. "Let's start with your faith," she said lightly. "You have a despair, and it's as good in my hands as any others. In exchange, I'll give you access to my store of charms and potions. Things I expect you'll find quite useful on your journey." Ah yes, one more being in this city who wants to barter for my faith. "And what do you know of my journey?" I asked. "Only a little. Return any time and tell me more about it if you like." She turned and walked away, her hips swaying to the rhythm of the music. "We can talk more then about the help I need." I had a drink and left, wondering who this Lydia was and what I'd gotten myself into. Okie doke. We have... we can afford all this. Only one of each... only one thing. Increase the number of cards you draw each turn by 1. I quite like that. When a volatile... I don't have any volatile cards. Oath and Pact now affect healing as well as damage. I don't have either of those things, so it's an easy choice in the end. We're going to increase our draw and hand size. Yeah, happy with that. Let us leave. So we got a heal. And we got the boss. In the alley. I was riding my motorcycle down the street when I suddenly spotted a familiar figure in an alleyway. So I pulled the bike over and walked back, half expecting that the figure would be long gone by then. But no. Angel stood there in the shadows, bold as you please, eyeing me warily.
You're following me,
I accused. They nodded. Yes. Then they stood there, arms crossed, refusing to elaborate. I sighed.
Dare I ask why?
You dare many things, not least of which is flouting the wishes of the highest, and thus placing your immortal soul into peril.
A smirk slowly crossed Angel's lips, their eyes filling with mischief.
But in this case, go ahead.
I wanted to bash my head against a wall. Instead, I gritted my teeth.
Aren't you afraid of being seen?
I asked instead, looking around the street. There were no passers-by, but there could have been.
Afraid? No. None shall see me that I do not wish to see me.
So you wanted me to see you?
Of course.
All right, I'll bite. Why?
Angel sighed. They inspected their fingernails as if the encounter were suddenly boring them.
Your hand is going to put you in great danger, Noah. Already I can feel your mortal will having eroded, so meagre, so fleeting. It's remarkable that you choose to put it at risk at all. And so you're here to...
Oh, and so you're here to what? Provide a running commentary on the health of my soul?
Not at all. I offer succor.
They gave me pause. Healing from this celestial being? They didn't seem the type.
And you'll do that in exchange for?
Faith, they declared with a smile. Proof that you possess it at all. Proof that you deserve my aid.
Faith in exchange for services rendered. That appeared to be a common theme in this city. It appeared my faith was about to be sorely tested in the night to come, assuming that Angel was correct, and I'd need healing. Considering how I normally took a long and needed rest after each exorcism. But tonight I'd likely be doing many, they were probably right, much as I hated them being right.
Fine, I grunted. How will I find you if I need your help?
Oh, I'll be around.
Angel chuckled. The same high and light chuckle I'd heard when I'd arrived in the city. It was like a little girl's. Oh, and it set my teeth on edge.
And if you're not around when I need you?
They shrugged.
Why, then you'll die, Noah, like mortals so often do.
I suppose it was something. More help than I'd expected from this particular being, to be honest. I wonder if I've got enough faith to do it. Okay. Heal will. Yeah, I mean, we can go up to full with 25. Do I have enough to upgrade a card? And I can check. So, like, holy water. No, I don't have enough for an upgrade. What about a basic card? No, upgrades are 75, so I don't even have enough for that. So let's just do the heal will. Take the full top up. That'll do. Alright, we got a boss fight. See how it goes. King of the Strip. As I rode my bike out of the lower stacks and into the part of this city the locals refer to as the Strip, I felt at once pleased by how far I'd already made it, as well as increasingly concerned that I hadn't yet encountered any demon of real substance. Here, in a city as steeped in the infernal as this, it seemed almost too good to be true. No sooner had the thought crossed my mind, however, I felt it, a powerful presence, here in the Strip, calling to me. Unable to refuse, I pulled my bike over at what looked like a simple office building, a construction company, closed, all the lights out, but not to me. The infernal call came from within. I tried to resist, but my feet moved one after the other. Like a puppet, I felt myself pulled towards a door marked Main Office in big bold letters. The door was ajar, beckoning, the office beyond it pitch black. The stench of evil was almost overpowering. This was a demon of substance, if not a member of the hierarchy itself. It would brook no refusal to its summons, especially not from a lowly mortal such as myself. I stopped trying to resist. It was time to face this, whatever it was. Inside, from what I could see, was just a simple office, mahogany desk, filing cabinet, cross affixed to the wall almost mockingly. And seated at the desk, a large man, only a shadow in this darkness. Then, with a loud click, he turned on the desk lamp. It was an older man, white-haired, wearing a business suit, the kind of man who occupied the plush chairs of offices like this, pumped up with his own self-importance, bloated on the taste of power he held over others. But his eyes were black as midnight.
"You called?"
I said, trying to sound braver than I felt. He grinned, the teeth now transformed into sharp fangs, yellowed and stained with blood. This was a demon that had completely subsumed its host. I wondered if there was anything of the mortal man left inside at all.
Trash like you needs to stay in the lower stacks, he growled. I heard whispers behind his voice, like a chorus of minions eager to burst forth. The strip is mine. It's all mine, and it always will be. As always, I said, my gaze meeting his unflinchingly. The hunger of your kind exceeds your grasp. And what are you going to do about it, little exorcist? I will drive you out of that man and continue on my way. That's what I'll do. He laughed, more of a surprised chortle, really, from deep in his belly. This man had a hunger to match my own. He invited me in, eager to bathe in the riches of mortal sin. With open arms he welcomed the darkness. And now as you're a slave, I know there's something of him yet, and he cries out for help. Oh, I have no doubt. The man's dark eyes glinted. Unfair, he'll say. I wanted more, he'll say. But the glutton got all the time I'm willing to give him. I set my pack on the ground beside me. Well, we'll see about that.
Hey. What have we got here? Tutorials. Alright. You've encountered a greater demon. This demon is stronger than those you defeated before and is powerful enough to obscure its true nature. Until you break its will, the demon's intentions are hidden. Oh. Intent unknown. Okay. Right. Well, probably... I'm not going to have enough to play the Holy Water and the Believer. I think the Believer is good because we can start stacking our toughness then. Let's not try and do damage this turn. Let's use this to power other stuff. Let's get the Believer going. We'll burn that. I guess we'll burn the Holy Water. I'll shield up. They'll either protect us, or we'll get, or we'll get an extra toughen, which is fine. Okay, he did 7 damage. Fine. I don't know what's going on up here. Right, we have another Holy Water. That seems good. What's this recite? Getting Wrath, I think, would be good. Oh, it's all good. I want to play that first. Let's lose the basic shield. Play the incense. Again, I can't play the holy water. I want this. Let's just burn that. I could burn this now, and then I'd get it back the next turn. All the holy water, even. Yeah, let's burn the holy water. I'm gonna do that. And I can actually play the Wrath as well. So let's do that.
Grant us thy protection. Smite this evil before thee.
Okay, he shielded up. That's fine. He's got some fortify. Okay, we have holy water again, which is good. I could keep stacking the Wrath. Oh, yeah, we still got our ward, so that's good. I don't need to worry too much about that then. I'm going to burn the basic cards, I think. I want to play that holy water on him. And I guess I should... I wouldn't mind the defense, but I think maybe it might be better to do the Wrath. Again. Ooh.
I call upon the ancient powers who lie dormant, Haru and Ginure.
Okay, let's have a look. If burnt, gain 6 greed. Ephemeral. On completing this exorcism, you will receive this stack as an extra faith reward at the cost of extra difficulty. don't know if I want that. What other cards do I have? So, we got that again. Probably not a bad thing to add. Got the Holy Water I probably will look to do. Wouldn't mind that as well. Let's do that. Actually going to play that now. 1, 2, 3. I don't need to play that. It doesn't say it's going to do anything to me if once played or burnt, card is destroyed. Oh, once played or burnt. Let's burn it then. 1. I could have played that, but let's not worry about it too much. What's this? Oh, I've got the greed. Okay. I don't know if that was avoidable. Might not have been. Do that. And we'll play the Holy Water on him again. Keep stacking that. And I guess we'll burn the Compel. Okay. Attacks deal 50% less damage. Okay, so that's another reason to keep stacking the damage over time, and I have Holy Water again. Yeah, I wouldn't mind that. So let's burn the basic attacks, which are going to be rubbish this turn anyway. I'm going to apply the burn the incense. I'm going to play this ward now. Can't play the Holy Water, unfortunately. So we might as well burn it all. Okay. Right, we want to play Holy Water now, and we can. Not taking any damage. I don't see any reason to. Might have fortified, but I've only got one of those on my deck, haven't I? These are still doing no damage, so we might as well just get rid. Don't need the arcane shield. Wouldn't mind doing a wrath. Keep stacking out on ourselves. Wouldn't mind getting the 2 toughen. Let's do that. Okay. Again, we've got 2 Holy Waters. We can't play them both, unfortunately. Wouldn't mind playing that again. Have I got... Yeah, I think we'll lose the basic attacks. I'm kind of all in on the damage over time, to be honest. Wouldn't mind that. We can't play both Holy Waters, so let's Ash 1. Let's apply that. I can lose all these shields and play another Holy Water, so we'll do that. There we go, keep stacking it on him. Okay, assuming he took damage. No Holy Water this time. Keep burning that. Could go Wrath again. This is the one I want to play though. So let's lose a basic attack. Let's apply Fortify. Guess I want to play that, don't I? So let's burn that, then we'll play this. I might just do a basic attack then, once I've got it. There we go. I might not do anything with that, and I don't want to play any more of this stuff. Does nothing. I mean, I could play it, I suppose. We'll see how we're doing. No holy water. Guess I'm going to burn the faith thing again. I could get it back next turn. Oh, I just chucked it, didn't I? Oh, that's not what I meant to do. Whoops. Okay, I guess I'll do a wrath. Guess we don't need to play any more shields, so I can probably burn that. I'm gonna play this one then, destroy it, and I guess we'll burn one of them, and we'll play one. Debuffed my attacks again, but we're mainly concentrating on the damage over time. I've got the 2 holy waters again, which sucks a bit. Okay, we're going to burn the basic attacks. That in mind then. Probably at least one of these. I won't be able to play both holy waters, so we'll ash one. I'm going to play... That doesn't really make sense. Okay, let's do the holy water. We want to keep stacking that. I can play that, but there's no point now. So let's just burn both of these, and we'll play one of those. The holy water back. That's good. Probably try and play that as well. To be honest, I don't think I need the toughen. I'm just going to burn that. Burn a basic shield. We're going to play a holy water. No, no, back. I'm going to burn a... I can't burn a basic attack. What I wanted to do is do the holy water and then the reversal of fortune. But I actually can't. So tell you what, we'll just play that then. I would like to play that though, because I get 19 ward off it. I'll tell you what, we'll burn that. We'll get it back next time for free. We'll play this now. And then I'll just burn that and play that. So I think I've got that down now. It's going to reveal who we're dealing with here. Mammon. Endure. Okay, we still keep our damage over time on him, which is good. He's going to debuff me. Working on his actual health now, which is good. Oh god, I've got 2 of these things. Right. Well. He's going to debuff me, so I don't really need the fortify or any defense. So we'll do those. Get rid of you, so we can stack the holy water. And I'm going to burn you and play you. We'll just go with that, I guess. We've got a free one of these. What's he doing? We don't actually know what he's doing, so... I might do the fortify. Let's get rid of that. Get rid of that. I'm gonna fortify. Let's get a free load of that. I'm not going to stack the wrath. Instead, I'm going to do that. I guess burn that and play that. Two of those, huh? We've got holy water. What's he doing? He's going to hit us for 38. Well, we actually have 33, so that's not too bad. What's this? Yeah, I probably want to play that. Okay, so let's get rid of the basic attacks. Do I play that, or do I think I just play a basic ward? I'm going to burn that, and I'm going to put more. Let's keep going with the holy water. There we go. So we're completely covering that attack quite well, as it happens. Oh, he hit her. Ah, okay, we're going to have to bear that in mind. I don't know if she dies, if that's a permanent death, or just for this one. Debuffing me. Okay. I think we still get rid of the basic cards. And chuck a holy water in his face. It's up to 15 now per turn on that. Yeah, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to discard the holy water, then I'm going to reversal it. So we'll get more toughen, more shield, which is whatever. Could have used the fortify, but actually I should get... that should mean I get the holy water back in my hand next time. I've got these greed things again. I actually didn't get the holy water. I wonder why not. Oh, no, I didn't. Okay, well, we're going to burn that. I'm not spending 3 on that. Don't really need any more toughen at this point, so I'm going to burn that. I'm actually going to play both these crap cards. Should I just do more Wrath, maybe? Yeah. We'll do that. Yeah. Okay, we've got Holy Water again, which is good. Basic attacks, they're muted anyway. Have some holy water. Oh, he's attacking her for 13. She can take another round of that. I'm going to need to shield up as well. Oh, I'm going to have to play... Okay, I'm still not quite covering that entire attack. I need to start thinking about healing her. Although he's doing another round of debuffs, so that's fine. But I could try and get a holy water on her. I mean, we're doing so much damage to him with that now. I'm wondering if 15 is the most. Not sure. Well, I don't need to shield, so we can burn those. I'll throw some holy water on our ally, so she'll start healing up. I take the toughen. I could take the toughen or the wrath. I don't need the toughen. I'll take a bit more wrath. If we get desperate, it might sort of help us get a bit of a finisher in there.
Smite this evil before me.
Okay, he's doing a mystery attack. I could holy water her again, maybe. He's dead in 2 turns. Okay, I'll burn that. I'm just worried he might do another big attack before he dies, so I kind of like her to survive if we can. Yeah, I have to burn both of these. If I want to play that card, I have to burn both of these. So. Okay. Right, she can actually withstand the damage that's incoming, obviously, as can we. I don't know if when that procs, he dies. I don't know if he attacks first. I can't quite remember. I could just do like a direct attack. Well, it still wouldn't really change anything. I think I want to avoid the damage, so being a bit selfish, I'm going to stick that on. Maybe I just burn these cards. Well, That 6 damage doesn't actually do anything, does it? So let's just play these. Just in case they stay in my deck. I don't think they do, but... Right, we can expel him now. He's back! Okay, protecting the host. The demon is desperate and the host is at risk. Some of the demon's powerful... Oh, I missed that. Okay, well he's got his own health bar, I guess. We want to protect him. We want to protect her. We want to kill this guy. Which we should be able to do, to be fair. What's he doing? He's going to debuff me. I think we know what that means at this stage. Right, well I feel like Wrath is kind of by the by at this point, so I'm going to get rid of that. We're not getting attacked, so I can get rid of the shields. I could, yeah, okay, I think we do the 2 attacks, because that's like 24 damage coming in, so... He should actually die when the poison procs. I don't need to apply ward. I don't need to apply ward. I guess I could burn both. There might be another phase I'm not aware of.
Be gone, creature of hell.
Exorcised. Nice. Okay, the greed thing. Carrion Crow Foot. Start each exorcism with 3 wrath. That's pretty awesome. That's really good, actually. Choose a card. Deal 7 light, gain 2 spark. Spark lights 1 candle per stack at the start of your turn and removes a stack. Well, that's pretty good. That's like free sort of mana for Miracle. Yeah, add it to the hand up. There must be a mechanic that helps you draw cards off. Yeah. I haven't come across it yet. Summon the Imp. The Imp has 10 or more ward at the end of your turn. It will deal 2 damage to all enemies. I don't really want to be armoring up an ally. Litany of Ending. Deal 6 damage per lit candle and extinguish all candles. Yeah, I kind of like that actually. We need ways of doing more damage, I think. I mean, that's basically like playing 3 basic attack cards at once, which we don't... So it's kind of playing 1 for free, effectively, isn't it? So yeah, I like that. Let's do that. Kind of see what the start of another run looks like. Okay, so we have our cards, we've got our faith, we're back up to full health. That's kind of cool, but I think we're going to leave it there for now. So I might come back tomorrow and try another run of this, because I enjoyed that. It's got some interesting mechanics for this kind of deck builder thing. They're having to sort of burn the cards you don't want to play in order to power the cards that you do want to play. Is a very interesting mechanic. I haven't seen that before. But yeah, I'm liking it. And you can start to feel a bit of synergy as well with the... Well, can you? I don't know. I'm kind of going to try and lean into the Holy Water damage over time build, I think, which seems to work quite effectively. It takes a little while to get rolling, obviously, but then once it is, you can kind of just let it happen while you're protecting yourself or healing it as necessary elsewhere. So I like that. And we'll maybe carry on with that. But yeah, thanks for watching. Hope you've enjoyed this first episode of Malys. If you have, if you could hit that thumbs up button, that'd be awesome. Do leave a comment as well. Let me know what you thought about this. What you think about the mechanics, the story, the aesthetics of the whole thing. Yeah, just let me know your thoughts. I'm keen to hear them. And a big thank you, as always, to our channel members as well for continuing to support Boring Dad Gaming. It continues to be very appreciated as well, so thank you all for that. And if anyone else is interested in seeing upcoming episodes in the various series that I run on Boring Dad Gaming, yeah, maybe check it out. That'd be awesome. But thanks very much, and I hope to see you next time. Bye for now.